Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am knitting a little bit of the little cardigan. Well, it's a sleeve on one of my patterns on the cable and garter. The one when I was putting the fixing the faults on my latest knitting pattern, the cable and garter. What I ended up doing was knitting. This is a sleeve. And I ended up knitting there's 4 pattern rows to the cable and the garter. And I ended up, when I was trying to find the faults, what I had done wrong on the pattern, I ended up knitting those 4 pattern rows. And I did that quite a few times on different sizes and all that to get the stitches right and everything. And then I thought to myself afterwards, I could have been knitting those as just those parts of sweaters, parts of the cardigans that I was doing. So I knitted with this one. I knitted I think there's 8 rows with this. Is 20 inch, I think, this one, or is it? No, it's 18. I'll have to check to make sure what size I'm doing actually. I think it's 18. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rows of the rib, the 2x2 rib. So I knit the 8 rows of the 2x2 rib and then did the 4 rows of the pattern just to make sure I had the pattern right on the instructions written down. So I've decided I'm just going to keep on knitting this little bit and make it into a cardigan. So this will be the sleeve part of it. That's what I think, it's 18 inch, because I do 8 rows of rib on the 18 inch. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. But I have been for a walk over to the post office today, being wound up by the postmaster in that shop. Every time I go in there, he winds me up. He must wait for me coming in there, like, I know, because he knows I bite the cherry every time when he starts. Went in, I had 7 patterns to post, so I had 7 envelopes and that. And when I was in yesterday, I bought the stamps for all the cards I had, the patterns I had to post yesterday, and he was too short of the second class stamps. So I had to buy 2 first class ones to finish, because I wasn't going to walk somewhere else. Or I wasn't even walking, I think I was in my car. I wasn't going to go anywhere else. It's only 2 stamps, I might as well do it. It costs 50 pence extra for each stamp, like, But anyway, he was too short, and he said that he'd be getting more stamps in tomorrow, which is today. So I just walked over today, because it wasn't too bad a day, but it was rather cold. It was the wind. The temperature wasn't that low, but I think it was the wind. So I walked over, and I'm thinking to myself when I was walking over there, I hope he has got those stamps in. It means I'm going to have to go somewhere else, and I'm walking today. So anyway, he did. He had the stamps. When he come in, he said, "How many you got there?" I says, "I've got 7 envelopes." He says, "So you want a book of 8? I says, "No, I want 3 books of 8. "What do you want 3 books of 8 for?" He says, "1 book's enough. You'll have 1 spare." I said, "I want 3 books." I says, "For future things I've got to post." I says, "So I don't have to walk all the way over here." I says, "I've got the stamps at home. I can just put them on and go up to the post box up home." And he says, "But you know you like coming over here." And he was going on winding me up. His son was in the back part of the shop, and he shelves in. He says, he come over, he says, he says, "I like when you come over here." He says, "You stop me dad off." He says, "You bite the cherry every time, don't you?" I says, "I know, don't I?" I says, "But," I says, "he's so cheeky." Well, he says, "Well, what on earth you got all them envelopes for?" I says, "Look, I'm self-employed, right?" I says, "These are things I'm selling." What do you want to be self-employed at your age for? I says, look, I don't be so cheeky. I says, you don't even know how old I am. I says, and what's age got to do with it anyway? And so he was going on, and I says to him, I'm going to come behind that counter, man. I'm going to slap you good looking, you know. But anyway, he sees, his son sees, well, what would life be? He sees without a bit of fun, you know. So anyway, I come back over home, and I thought I'd do a little bit knitting, and I am knitting on, and have I done one stitch? No, I haven't. I'm knitting my little things in the morning and afternoon because I've finished with the crochet for now. I have 4 bags, little bags. I've got them all finished. There's I'm not even sure what colour this is. It's more of a deep peach, I think, actually. It's all sewn up, the lining inside. You can see the lining in it. That's that one. That's the same orange but with a bit white mixed with it. That's got the same kind of lining in that one. And the green one. Another bit curtain material I had left over, some green. And this blue one. That was the only bit of the material. I think it was Liz that sent it to me, with these little pictures and that on. That was all I had left of that. I think it was Liz sent me some fat squares. I think that she must have been using herself. This little bag here, it come out just slightly smaller than this one. You see, there's a little slight difference in the length of it because it's got exactly the same number of stitches, the same number of rows. But this one here, I decided to work my crochet a different way. I was doing double crochet, single crochet if you're in the United States. But when you put your first stitch in, you usually go over, bring it through, and go over for the second part. So only when I decided to try, instead of going over, I thought, so I put it through the first time, I brought it under the hook, and the second part was over. So I was going under and over the hook. Thought I tried for a change. I couldn't go over on the second part because it didn't come through smoothly. But it makes the stitch a lot tighter. And I actually prefer it like that because with the stitches tighter, the holes you get aren't quite so big. That's why this one come out just a little bit shorter. But anyway, these 4 bags are all up on my eBay shop. I'm selling these for £8.50 on eBay. So if anyone's interested, take a look and see if you fancy any of them. But anyway, like I said, I've been doing a little bit of this one. I'm going to carry on knitting this and make a, I think it's an 18-inch. I'll have to check all the number of stitches I'm doing, make sure it's the 18-inch I'm doing. But I haven't done much of my own since the weekend, actually. But you can see the last time I knitted, I think the last time I showed you, that's how much I had done. I put a stitch marker in so I know how much I've done when I start knitting. I'm not sure what this measures now, actually. It should be getting near to. I wanted to measure 17 inches. That's what my sleeve length is. That's 14.5, so it's what, 2.5 more inches to do. And I'll be able to attach that sleeve to the cardigan. I've done a little bit more. I've been doing, this was a little white one I started the other day. Because I'm doing little things now. just wherever I want to. And I started this one. I finished the back, but this is the one where I have the little white bonnet, where I sold the same size, was a 16-inch cardigan, but the lady wanted a beanie hat because it was for a little boy, even though it was buttoned on the girl's side, but she wasn't bothered. She just wanted it. So I had to do a little beanie hat. So I still had the bonnet left. So I thought, I'll knit the little hat, I'll knit the little cardigan to go with the hat and sell it. It'll be easier to sell the hat with the cardigan, because I think it would be a bit awkward trying to sell a little hat. You get next to nothing for them anyway. So that's what I did with that one. And I think I had a little bit in my bag somewhere. I'm finding it. Oh, there it is. And that was all I've done. The back of that one, that was all I've done. I have to do a bit more of that one and get that one finished. It has come out to 26, if I to fit the 26 inch, so that was that one. Now my cable needle for that one. And I have been, when I was going over to the post office today, I was checking my phone before I went over the post office, when I was sorting what orders I had, to put the knitting patterns into the little bags and the envelopes and that. And I do print out these are my little cards I put in with all my orders. You know, with the little mouse with, I've got Sheila's Crafty written across there, and then on the other side I do all my information, like my Gmail, my YouTube channels, all for anyone that's interested, on the back of the cards. Well, when I was doing the envelopes, putting them into patterns and that, the patterns into the envelopes and the little packets, I put them inside, the little polythene bags, and I put them inside. I had none of these printed. Well, this is not ordinary paper, it's cord. It's a little bit thicker than the paper I use for the patterns, and when I put this through the printer it takes ages. I don't know why. It's whether it's because it's thicker or what, but it does take a lot longer than it does to print out my knitting patterns. And I only had 4 sheets of this left, so I thought I'll just put the 4 sheets and do them all at once. And I should have done just one at a time, because I'd forgot the length of time it takes. It does this bit first, and it does that on every sheet, and then I have to turn them over and for them to print this part. I should have just put one in first so I could get it out with the print, put that on the back, and then cut them all up to put them into the envelopes. I had to wait till they were all done on the phone. That took really ages. I think I was doing that many jobs while I was waiting. So eventually when I got one out, I could print on the back and then start putting them into the envelopes. But my phone, I have, like, seen an eBay shop and Etsy. You know, when I get an order on eBay, I get like a cash register sound comes up on my phone that lets you know there's an order, and it's quite loud, so you can't miss it. And it's the same with Etsy. They have a similar sound, but not exactly the same. But you get those sounds on your phone. Now, on Sunday, I posted all the ones I had on Sunday. I posted them on the way down to my granddaughter's. And if I got any more after that, they would have been posted on Monday. And I was looking through all the orders that I had today. And there was one that I'm sure was there yesterday. And I thought, well, strange, I would have posted that yesterday. And whenever I get an order, I pack them all up, and when I'm going to walk over to the post office, just before I go out, I mark them all as dispatched, meaning they're posted on the thing, and then they disappear off my phone, so I don't get mixed up with any orders I get after I've dispatched those orders. Because once the envelopes are in the post, I don't know what names is on the envelopes, and I don't remember all the names because there's that many of them. So anyway, there was this order that was on, and it was a lady called Rebecca, and I wasn't sure whether I had posted this one or not to her, because the order came in on the 28th, and this was today, the 30th. I'm looking there and I thought, well, I would have posted that yesterday or Sunday, depending on when the order came in. It doesn't tell me the time the order came in, but it would have had to have been before 2 o'clock if I was on my granddaughter, so it would have been posted Sunday night. But if it was after that, it would have been Monday. So I messaged the lady, Rebecca, to find out whether she had gotten the pattern or not. And she hasn't up to now. She told me she hasn't gotten it up to now, but it would have been a second class stamp, so sometimes they come the next day. Sometimes I've seen them take up to 2 weeks. It can be a bit, Royal Mail can be a bit funny sometimes. But she said she hadn't received it anyway, so I said to let me know if she doesn't get it by Thursday. Even with a second class stamp, I think she should have it by then. So I says, if it doesn't come by Thursday, let me know and I'll post one out to you, because I don't know whether this order, whether I posted it or not, because it was on my phone and I'm sure it wasn't there yesterday on my phone. But anyway, I put my phone down and it was a little while later I picked the phone up to have a look. It had gone off my phone. I know it's something to do with eBay, I don't know. And I thought, well, that's funny, and I never thought anything about it. But anyway, I went over the posters. When I come back, I checked my phone. It was back on again. So, don't know what eBay's doing. They're playing silly buggers with me or something. But anyway, I'm just waiting for a message from Rebecca by Thursday. And if she hasn't gotten it by then, I will just send another one out. And if it does happen to be late, well, she can just give one of the patterns to a friend or something, because like I say, I don't know whether it's been posted or not. But anyway, that's enough for me today. I'm going to get on with my little bit knitting. I'm going to get my tea because it is after 5 now and it is quite dark outside as well. I'll be glad when these lighter nights come up, because when I do videos at this time, I prefer to use my computer, but the computer I'm using at the moment, I won't do any videos of a night time because it looks, the light on it is just terrible. It's not backlit. The quality of the webcam is okay during the day, but once you put the light on, it just doesn't look very good, and I don't want to. I do have a ring light which I can stand at the side of the my table and it'll shine on, give a bit more light, but just doesn't look natural and I don't like it, so I'm using my tablet today. So anyway, that's enough rabbiting on today, so thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.